Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K exclusive Best Buy Steelbook of 2014's Godzilla. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd, that Movie Guy 365. Okay, Godzilla 2014 is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. As you can see, I have the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, but there is also a slipcover edition which is available at your local retailers and online in places like Amazon. Now, as far as the movie itself, if you are a fan of the channel and been with me for a while, you know I love a good kaiju film. Giant monster fights are really my jam, and I was very excited that a new Godzilla universe was going to be forming with this initial movie from 2014 from Legendary. Now, I think I share a lot of people's opinion about it that Godzilla is used very sparingly in this movie. It focuses a little too much on the human characters. Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen are our main leads. A little bit of Bryan Cranston thrown in. And I don't know, I don't have a problem with the human storyline, but when it comes to a Godzilla movie, I want to see giant monster fights. Unfortunately, they tease it way too much. It's really about an hour and 40 minutes before we get some full action between Godzilla and the Muto. And it's really, you know, they tease it, and I think they do it too much. They go to that well once too often. But when the battles do happen, it's great. The last, I would say, 20-30 minutes of the film are pretty spectacular fighting-wise, but that lead-up is a little rough. Overall, as a Godzilla film, it still works for me, but I wish they would have done a little bit more sooner rather than later with the actual Godzilla fights. Okay, we're going to talk about the picture quality and audio in just a moment, but first, let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook of 2014's Godzilla. I really like the artwork on this. This is probably one of my favorite of 2021 so far. It's got really just a nice look to it. And we have the back cover. Also really enjoy that back cover. And the spine. An interior, a little bit of disc artwork. Nothing on the Blu-ray disc. Nothing too extravagant there. I mean, it's a dark, artwork for a dark movie, so. All right, now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Godzilla on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 2:3:9 aspect ratio. It is a 4K upscale with HDR10 for the grading. If you own the existing Blu-ray of 2014's Godzilla, you know the film has a little bit of a darkness problem. It's not so much that the look of the film is dark. It is by intent. The cinematographer wanted it that way. I'm perfectly fine with the artistic choice. It's the transfer itself looked pretty murky. Even during the daytime scenes, what few of them there are, they just looked a little bit on that darker side unnecessarily. I'm happy to say that on the 4K Blu-ray that has been all but eliminated. Image quality is overall pretty clear. The HDR10 does a great job with its various aspects. Color doesn't necessarily pop off the screen. It has a more of a natural look to it, but once again, those few daytime scenes, they really look great. And Godzilla's atomic breath, and anytime a Muto, lights up, there's really good representation of HDR color, but it's not going to be anything eye-popping. Detail is also nicely enhanced here. The textures on Godzilla himself, especially during that climatic battle, those up-close shots look good, and skin textures and clothing on the humans are also nicely rendered. Black levels and shadow detail are fairly well done throughout the movie. They are not perfect, however. There was a scene, in particular at the beginning of the film, when Monarch is exploring the caves and the flashlights were zooming around in the interior. There was some severe macro blocking or black crush present. And it does happen a few times throughout the movie, but a lot of the interiors, the nighttime shots, especially in the climax, are pretty good. But once again, black levels are okay, just not going to be anything reference quality. Godzilla 2014 on 4K Blu-ray supports a Dolby Atmos audio mix, and this is everything you could possibly want in a great kaiju film at home. From the opening frame to the last, all that action comes through your speakers very well, does a great job with all those moments, and there's a lot of good energy to this overall soundtrack. Dialogue and action scenes through the center channel are well prioritized up front, no problems to speak of in that area. The front channels, they do a great job handling those fights. There's a lot of good immersion there, and your front speakers are going to get quite a workout. The mid-levels and rears, there's plenty of atmosphere. Those action scenes really come to life. You're going to hear helicopters flying behind you, the breath of Godzilla, the Mutos when they're cackling, you can hear them right behind you in your rear speakers. It sounds great. The surround sound environment is well utilized. The height speakers do a great job, especially when there's military jets flying by, helicopters, a couple times during the monster fights. They really come to life and they accentuate what's happening on screen. The LFE, in my opinion, is the star of the show. This is a Godzilla movie, so I should hope that it comes to life, and it does very successfully. It's very aggressive. It has a lot of good energy to it. Those Muto versus Godzilla fights and the explosions and just everything. It's well utilized, and your home theater is going to rumble to life like few other movies can do. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Godzilla on 4K Blu-ray a B+. This is definitely a noticeable improvement over the existing Blu-ray, no doubt about it. The HDR10 is a little bit more on the subtle side. The colors are natural, detail is nicely enhanced. Black levels are okay, not perfect. And the fact that there is a little bit of heavy noticeable macro blocking and black crush, I do have to knock it down a few pegs. Overall, the picture is still a nice improvement. For the audio presentation, I'm going to give this one an A+. The Dolby Atmos mix ticked a lot of boxes for me on a Godzilla film. This is a fantastic extravaganza experienced in surround sound. The LFE is killer. It's going to knock your socks off. The whole experience at home was very pleasurable, and if you're a Godzilla fan, you definitely are going to enjoy the surround sound mix. So should you upgrade to the 4K edition of Godzilla from the Blu-ray? Absolutely. Picture quality alone makes it worth it, and the Dolby Atmos takes things up another notch. If you have a good Atmos setup, you are not going to be disappointed whatsoever in this release. So that is my review of Godzilla on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. I'm going to go ahead and leave an Amazon link in the comment section and description of this video if you want to pick it up for yourself, but I also want to hear from you. Are you a fan of this film? And if so, did you pick up the 4K and which version did you go with? In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.